Let's go over this checkbox problem. Hopefully you checked two answers and only two answers for all of them. And the first one says which two students typically practice the same amount of time, and they had the same variation. So typically the same amount of time typically means mean, so you're looking for numbers that have the same mean. So you have 5, 5, and 5. So it could be Sally, Tim, or Jennifer, but the catch is you need to have about the same variation. So it won't be exact, but it should be close. So the only two that have a 5 for mean and a close variation or a close range is Sally with a 5 and a 2 for range, and Jennifer, who has a 5 and a 3 for range. They are not exactly the same. They are about the same. Tim does not work. He has a range of 12. Let's go to the next one. Two students typically practice the same number of hours a week, but they had different variations. So this is going to be the three people again. Sally, Tim, and Jennifer all typically practice 5 hours a week, but we want very different variations, not different variations, very different, wildly different. And that would be Sally, who has a variation of a 2, and Tim, who has a variation of 12, or a range of 12. Then we want two students that had the same variation in practice times, same, but typically practice different number of hours per week. So we're going to go with variation, which is your range. So we want numbers that are the same. So that's really only these two, Matthew and Tim. And then we want something that is typically a different number of hours per week. So again, Matthew and Tim fit the bill here because typically Matthew does 9, Tim does 5.